The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
This is Vince Russo's The Brand.
AlternaTV.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of AlternaTV. I am your host, Brandon Stransky. I'd just like to apologize for the delay in getting this recorded. Unfortunately, I've been having a lot of things going on in my personal life that's been I'm not going to say getting in the way, because what I've been doing is not an obstacle of any sort. I actually enjoy the things that I've been doing lately. To kind of bring people up to speed and explain what's going on. I live here with my grandparents. It is a bit of a mutual thing that we got going on. They let me stay here. I do things to help them out. I, of course, go to work, do my other stuff, get that done. A couple of weeks ago, my grandmother suffered a stroke and then fell and hit her head and split it open on the same day. Came home last week, and I've been kind of, doing what I can to help her out, and then, taking care of things with the new puppy that we just got, who's 2 months old. And then today, the puppy decides to fall off the chair and fracture one of his hind legs. So we've been, working around that, trying to do what we can with him, help him out. So yeah, things have been a little crazy around here, and I just want to apologize for the delay in getting this done. And that's what's been going on. Just got back from a wrestling show locally, and it's kind of got me thinking that reminded me of some of the things I forgot to bring up on the last show. And I was discussing some of the things that people don't quite understand about the wrestling business, that you really have to be in it and have done it to really understand and appreciate. And they kind of reminded me, like something that happened to me tonight, kind of reminded me of something that happened with Goldberg when he had his return. People were automatically pointing out, oh, he's gassed, he's out of breath, he's, during the matches that he had. But something a lot of people don't quite understand, and this is one of those things that you actually have to have done this, or at least trained to understand, that ring cardio, like wrestling cardio, and then regular cardio are two completely, totally different things. You can do all the cardio you want in the gym. You can spend, hours upon hours on the treadmill or on elliptical or whatever machine you choose. Get in the ring and try to wrestle a match. Completely different breathing structure. Completely different type of cardio. It's a different type of training and endurance you have to do to be able to keep up and keep going in the ring like that. And the things, people don't really quite appreciate that. They don't quite understand and get that. And in my opinion, based on what I've seen, what I'm currently going through right now, having been gone for a bit, and kind of easing my way back into getting wrestling regularly, is that it takes a while to build that ring cardio back up. And I think that's what happened to Goldberg. And of course, people who have no clue, because they don't have the guts to lace up a pair of boots and get in the ring and actually do this, we'll trash them because they don't understand what it's about. Anyway, how about them Raw ratings? Yeah, that's what's going on with the Raw ratings right now. Not just Raw, but the WWE's ratings and their viewership it's frightening. To me, it's frightening. I mean, like every week seems to be like I was explaining on some of the other what Jeff and Vince were talking about. It's like every week it seems to be hitting a new record low. This past week, only one Nitro had a lower rating than tonight's show. That's bad. That's bad. If WWE wants to survive in the next 5 to 10 years, they need to seriously reevaluate their business model and think of how to get the fans back. the ones they've lost back, because eventually that well of smart marks of the IWC fans is going to dry up. They only have so much money that they can spend on your product. Eventually, like, that well is going to dry up at some point, and when they're gone and you're not making money off of them, what's next? What's next? I don't understand why they're not going after the fans that have left. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Are they not looking into the future? Are they not seeing what's coming down the line if they don't change things and keep trying to build their business, build their fan base? If you're not in any type of industry, the general rule usually is if you're not growing, you're dying. And every week the WWE dies more and more and more until somebody, and the only person who can make the change is Vince McMahon. Somebody close to him, somebody that he trusts, has to grow. Has to come to their conscience and have the guts to say to him, dude, this show sucks. We need to change it. They need something like. I mean, I hate to be repeating what was said on Vince and Jeff's shows, but it can't be hammered home enough. Someone has to tell Vince, somebody that he trusts, somebody has to get in Vince McMahon's ear and tell him, the show sucks, you need to change it. I mean, the big problem is they keep listening to the echo chamber that they think represents the entire fan base. Guys, get it? It has to be. You have to go after the fans you guys have lost if you want to survive the next 5 to 10 years. I'll be very surprised if USA actually considers them a priority when negotiations come up. I think it's like, what, a year or two that they're up for renegotiation? Is USA even going to want to, try to even keep them on? That's something they might even have to ask about. When you look at the drop of numbers in the past, 17 years, it's been a downward trend. Sure, there may have been some spikes here and there, but there were a reason for those spikes. And that's not because they're putting on a good product, but because of the fact that, WrestleMania season, SummerSlam season, Monday Night Football. You guys need to, WWE, if anybody that's part of the WWE team is watching this, by some chance, if you are watching this, please, I beg you, figure out how to get those fans back if you want to keep the wrestling business alive. Because right now, with you guys being on top and being the only game in town, you have the responsibility to keep that market alive. If you guys die, the business dies. And that's all I really got for this week. Again, follow me on Twitter at BSRider67, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.
And you call me every weekend, only on the weekend feature, because there's any Sharia, you can catch my Impact Wrestling reviews every week on the brand, and you don't want to miss them.
This is Vince Russo's The Brand.